for Zachary.
Oh, I see, man.
He awakens to a troubled mind, troubled by the things he will face today, troubled by the ones who judge him, not by his actions or his intellect or his ability, but by the difference between him and everybody he's not like. Troubled by the struggle he believes is his alone. He sighs, he rolls out of bed, his direction is unsteady as his gait as he makes his way to the shower. Who knew that a young man, a boy to me, could actually take 45 minutes to wash every single one of his Lever 2000 body parts? I'm fairly certain I don't have nearly that many. We race around the house now wondering if today will be the day that we finally beat that target bell I've been chasing for 40 long, late years now. We scurry in speed, hasty breakfast in the car, get your shoes on in the car, check your homework and agenda in the car, comb your hair in the car, deodorant on in the car, brush your teeth in the car, spit out the toothpaste. It's kind of minty and gray-green now. All that great effort to compensate for a total deficit in the ability to wake up and actually function. Well, that and the too many distracted moments yesterday that made us go to bed too late, or maybe it's the way the time, which is a constant for most folks, seem to move a burst for us, stopping and starting, dragging and rushing, and finally we're there. He gathers his things and he tumbles out of the car. I love you too, as he extends his crooked half grain like a lightning bolt. He walks, his head's a little tilted, his jeans are sagging, his eyes are taking everything around him, and he's curious, expectantly, but he's hopeful. Today he just might be like everybody else. Maybe today nobody will scold his passion or inventiveness. His teachers tell him he's different, he's troubled, he's lazy, he doesn't apply himself. Well, they don't know him because he is different, but not in the way that they think. He can look right at his teacher as she mouths those meaningless words and see beyond that to her meaningless heart, and he'll notice that kid who's sad because he has no friends. Yeah, he knows that story a little bit too well. He might not remember that formula, but he understands why those two trains live in different cities, traveling at different velocities, will converge in another city so that John can run into Susan's arms at the station and live happily ever after, because while everybody else is multiplying and dividing distance over time and scratching their heads and scribbling their scratch paper, he wonders who else is on that train and who's waiting for them at the station. Will that sad little boy see his father for the first time in months? Will the teacher see her long-lost, forgotten student and recognize him? Will that scraggly, lost young man finally come home and be welcomed back? Will the middle-aged, balding man find new life after his ruined former life? He's different. But not because he's unaware, because he's more aware. He feels more. He sees more. He memorizes fewer facts, but he has deeper thoughts. He's not lazy, no. In fact, he thinks 1,000 scrambled thoughts while everyone else struggles with just one. It's not that he doesn't apply himself, he does. Just not to the mundane tasks that require him to complete again and again and again. The world he sees is a little different than most see, because the judges they can't ever see through the same eyes. It just doesn't work that way. They can never accept or understand who he is because they are entirely too busy scrolling out their label to tell him what he is. And so they judge. They determine that he needs help to become like everybody else. It must be much simpler to teach everyone the same lesson the same way. They quash creativity and they quell the fire in their humble subjects. They break down children so they can reform them from their perfection into perfect images of themselves. They would eradicate the eager, stifle the spirit, extinguish the excited, and annihilate active minds, and they're killing them. A little more each day. So he takes his little blue and white extended release conformity so that for the next 6 to 8 hour half-life he can deliver what is demanded, but he refuses to forsake who he is. He will always be, even when properly chemically balanced, himself. Always. He's brilliant. He's careful with everyone. He's loved. He's deep. He's creative. He's thoughtful. Wonderful and wondrous. He's strong. He's my hero if he is my son. And when I look at him, I'm proud of his daddy. And if I'm wandering around a little bit during this, he's my son. He's a better me. And I love him exactly the way he is.